Welcome to 5 Decades, One Mission, a series of 6 episodes celebrating the golden anniversary of 2 key 1975 events that gave rise to the U.S. animal rights movement. The first event was the publication of Animal Liberation by Australian philosopher Peter Singer, which introduced the concept of animal rights to American audiences. The other was the World Vegetarian Congress that provided the troops for the U.S. animal rights movement and would develop in the years that followed.
I had contact with the New York Review of Books, so I wrote to Robert Silvers and asked him if he could suggest a publisher or a literary agent who would find me a publisher. And he said, well, since this article had appeared, in a sense that the germ of the book had appeared in the New York Review of Books, they would be interested in publishing it themselves. And that's what happened, and that's how Animal Liberation was published. Well, when Animal Liberation was published, there were some people who took it seriously, fortunately, but there were also people who just tried to ridicule it, tried to laugh it off and say, well, animal rights? Animals don't have rights. We know that rights are for humans. So it took some time to get across the idea that there really is a case for saying that animals have rights, or that animals should have rights that they are not legally recognized as having now, that we should not be treating them in the way that they are, has now become, I think, a widely shared view.
When that happened in August of that year in Orono, Maine, it was like being backstage at a rock concert. Everywhere I looked, there was another person that I admired and wanted to ask their autograph, but I also wanted to be cool.
There were hundreds of people of different nationalities, races, religions, genders, ages, dress and economic stations. But we all shared one crucial commonality. We did not eat animals. These were my people. They welcomed me with open arms. I finally felt that I belonged. I could now proudly come out as a vegetarian.
And Alex Pacheco, who is one of PETA's co-founders, along with Ingrid Newkirk, he took a volunteer position at this facility and was horrified by what he saw, because there were monkeys kept in tiny, barren, bleak metal cages with a wire floor. That's where they lived. The experiments themselves were painful. The monkeys were put in devices where they were totally restrained, and there was no veterinary care for these animals.
At the same time, we are the most inventive and innovative species that this planet has ever seen, and we are capable of inventing new ways of doing things that render the old ways obsolete. And so I am optimistic that we will find ways to limit some of the damage that we have done.